Recently, I made a video on social media that got a little bit of motion. It was talking about the iconic cultural experience known as Waffle House. And while I explained a lot of what Waffle House is, I realized there's a lot of people out there who still have no idea what it is, where it comes from, or why it exists. To make things even better, recently for my birthday, my buddy got me one of these, an iconic pack of Waffle House waffle mix. The reason this is important is because I live in Los Angeles and there's not a single Waffle House within 100 miles of Los Angeles, California. The nearest one is Phoenix, Arizona, but with this, I can finally make one here in my home. The problem is, I don't have a waffle maker. Everywhere I check in this entire home is free of waffle makers. Wow. I also have no useful ingredients in my refrigerator, which means we have to go to the grocery store to obtain these things. But don't worry, I'll entertain you with some fun facts while we obtain what I need to make my dream meal. And to make matters worse, I'm starving, and I will not touch a bite of food until that waffle that we make here is on my fork. Come on! Whoa, the depot. We're at the depot. Okay, so the reason I chose Home Depot is because online it said that they had waffle makers, which I've never heard of waffle makers being at Home Depot. I know they have home appliances, but I gotta get a waffle maker from somewhere, and it's the only one they don't have Walmarts out here in LA. I went online to look it up, and I thought the internet said they had a Bob Ross one, and I was really excited about that, but I don't feel like this one's gonna have the Bob Ross. And this right here is why I don't use the internet. This is why I don't be on the internet like that. They don't have them here. And that's why you gotta do more research, kids, because they don't have it. They don't have the waffle makers, which means I gotta go to Target, on to the next stop. But a fun fact I learned while researching stuff for this Waffle House video was that Waffle House opened in 1955. This thing's almost been around for 100 years. That has survived. Did it survive it? No, I didn't survive the Great Depression. Just a recession. But still, the Great Recession of 08, while I was playing Wii Sports bowling and my parents were having to sell the house. A little bit of context about Waffle House and like what it is, because a lot of you guys simply do not know and have never heard of it. Waffle House is a southern dining chain that is open 24/7. And one of the jokes I made in the video was that if you're working the 3 a.m. shift, which I think is maybe called third shift, doesn't matter. If you're working the 3 a.m. shift, you need to know how to fight, because the amount of fights that break out at Waffle House, and the reason that fights tend to break out a lot is because it's oftentimes the only place that's open after the clubs. So on a Saturday night, Friday night, Sunday night, everybody leaves the clubs at 2 a.m., they go to a Waffle House. Another fun fact I learned while researching things for this video was that Waffle House exists primarily in the South, because in the North, after a certain time when it gets cold and it's nighttime, people do not want to go out. There's not as much activity, there's not as much business. But in the South, it tends to stay warmer for longer parts of the year, and that is one of the reasons you don't see as many Waffle Houses in cold places, in cold areas where it snows, or there's a lot more chances of people staying inside throughout the winter time. But Waffle House in the South stays open year-round, baby. Yes, that's even through holidays. On to Target, come on. All right, I'm at the second location. I'm so upset. Like, at this point, I just want to get my food and be done with it. But in order to survive this, I'm going to tell you some fun facts I learned about Waffle House while researching this. There are only 16 items on the original Waffle House menu, which I think is kind of interesting. And they also named it Waffle House because waffles were the biggest margin item they had on their menu, and so they wanted to emphasize that and make sure everybody bought the waffles. Guys, I think we did it. Did you know that after a natural disaster, there is a Waffle House HQ that actually sends jump teams to help and support Waffle Houses that cannot fully staff themselves after a natural disaster? Let's say there's a natural disaster that happens in Houston and a lot of the workers cannot make it. Waffle House HQ will stock food around the area. That way they can get their necessary ingredients to make food quickly into the area. And they will also send Waffle House volunteer workers from other parts in the country to go and help out until they're fully functional again. That's insane. And we're gonna do this one. Okay, obviously having the waffle maker is half the battle, but now we need eggs and half, I believe, if I remember the ingredients on the box correctly, and I tend to not remember those correctly. Target acquired. Ta-da. Let's cook. Now that is the beauty of movie magic. I got the waffle maker. This is how much Waffle House means to me. Enough talking. I can explain this while I cook. First things first, open this bad boy. A 2-year warranty. Hooray. Yes, come on. Do it for Papa. That's good. That's what she said. Why did she say that? The thing I'm kind of worried about here is that this is not going to be the same, like, the consistency is going to be tossed up in the air because I don't know exactly how they mix their waffle mix, and also the thickness of this waffle maker is going to be different than the thickness of the waffles they serve at the house. So I'm kind of concerned about that, but nonetheless, let's keep it rocking. How the hell does this even work? It just got the little button, but it just keeps flopping over. I don't get, oh, it's hot. Ooh, it's hot. It's working. We're getting close.
Sanity meter is shrinking. Okay, I'm gonna let this heat up. Let's make our mix.
All right, we got the mix, we got our bowl, we got our milk, we got our eggs. And let me tell you a story while I prepare our ingredients. In high school one time, I went to go get Waffle House with my friends in between classes. Got there, I didn't have any money. I had maybe $20 in my bank account. I was gonna go eat at the Circle K and get a hot dog, a double hot dog meal. Double barrel glizzy was a great deal back then, especially before football practice. I went to Waffle House with my friends. I did not have any money. This sweet lady comes over, one of the waitresses, and she's like, sweetheart, baby, what you want? And I was like, I'm just chilling. I don't really have any money. She's like, baby, I'm gonna get you a waffle. You're a growing boy. You need to eat some food. And obviously my friends were like, I told them like, don't buy me anything. I'm not getting anything. And she came over and was like, no, you're getting something. I want to say it's like the way they hire people, but it's really not. It's just the kind of company they are. Also, I believe it's very family owned. I think it's been owned by the same founders or in the family for as long as it's been around. You can't even get stock in Waffle House. You have to work there in order to even have an opportunity to have stock in Waffle House, which I think is kind of interesting. They have no major investors, and they only make their money by franchising out the locations, which I think is very interesting. The founder of Waffle House himself said this quote, "We are not in the food business, we are in the people business." And I think that's why that place resonates with me. Every time I make a video, every time I do something, it is always to the point of bringing people together, helping people better connect with each other and themselves. I come from a very connected family in a sense of like, we always hang out, we always talk about everything, and a community that reflects that as well. And so I'm like, if these videos can like help make that happen more for people, that's what I want. That's what I'm about. You know, in the comment section, in the actual community, and IRL events, that's what I care about. And Waffle House tends to represent that because largely of its environment. And I will get into that after I put food in, or the rest of the ingredients here, because I'm getting hangry. 6 servings out here. I'm eating them all. I just found out the most devastating news. Best if prepared 1 day before and refrigerated overnight. Definitely gonna lose quality points for that. I'm not waiting that long. We need 2 cups of half and half and 1 beaten egg. Gotta get an egg beater. Question. Did you know that this is 2 cups? I almost ruined my day. It needs 2 cups. This is exactly 2 cups. I thought this was like, I don't know what I thought. I'm not a math guy. We're gonna mix this now. This was also the only egg beater I could find. I've been to Waffle House for probably every graduation dinner. Not even probably, I mean every graduation dinner I've ever had. Because the way it's set up, there's a jukebox inside of every Waffle House. The whole restaurant itself could probably fit into the back corner of any parking lot, even a McDonald's parking lot. It's not that big. You can see straight across the restaurant, which provides this environment. Like the founder says, they're in like the people business. And they just want to make sure you feel like you feel better having eaten with these people and having a good meal. And they certainly entirely do that every time. The wait staff, no matter where it is in the South, they're always like mad chill. I'm sure there's some like latent racism some places in there. There've been actually a few complaints and lawsuits. It's all, honestly, I'll be honest, it's really lame. All the songs, very lame. That's not what it's about. It's the fact that they're trying and the fact that they're doing. Eggs beaten, milk gotten. Another fun fact about Waffle House that's kind of sad. The founders both died within like several months of each other. They were like 96 or something like that. And they both passed away within several months of the other, which was like kind of cute, but also sad. Yeah, buddy. Oh my God. Look, let me show you. Yeah. Yeah. All right, it's the moment of truth. We've made it this far. I'm a little nervous. I was supposed to refrigerate overnight. There's a lot of things that are supposed to happen. We got the batter, we got the waffle mix. It's time for the first pour. I am nervous. I am so nervous, but I am also so hungry. And look, this video didn't go the way I thought it would, but thank you for being here. You didn't have to stick around this whole time, but you did. Okay, I don't know if you can see like the steam and stuff, the aroma. Oh, it smells so good. Guys, this might be the one. Let me get plates and everything. All right, time to open. It's that's all. Okay. I burned it a little bit. All right, let's try it. I just realized I don't have syrup. I thought there was syrup in the pantry, but my roommate who moved out, I think she took it with her, and I gotta find syrup. I think I have some somewhere. I'm going to look. This is bad. My waffle's getting cold, and I do not have syrup. I rummaged and shuffled through all of my belongings from when I moved, and for some reason, I did not bring any syrup, which is the same as going to Chick-fil-A and getting home and realizing they forgot the barbecue sauce for your chicken nuggets. Lonnie's never gonna cook again. Wait, I was about to head upstairs. Oh, I found it. Never give up on your dreams. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Look, man, who knows if it's even gonna be that great? It's the journey, it's the adventure. That's what it's always been about. And that's why I like Waffle House, because it's nothing pretentious, bro. You've seen the inside. They hardly even have walls. You can see straight through this griddle. Like, the wait staff are hired from whatever areas nearby, but you just get to sit with people's souls in their purest self, because there's nothing else besides waffles and hash brown, a warm yellow light that is going to point you in the direction of safety, and a place where you can just be yourself. Try your best after wins and fails. It tastes really good, man. Like, it tastes like the real thing. It's fluffier than it usually is, but I got shot right back to sitting in those sticky booths. This is delicious, dude. Waffle House is an amazing company. They're in the people business, not the food business. And I think that's something unique whenever you start a journey, a product, a business, an endeavor, whatever the case is. Being very clear about what you're about. You know, if you're working a job you don't really love, are you there to learn? Are you there to impact people? Are you there to help out people? You're just there for a paycheck? It doesn't have to just be about the job. Waffle House isn't just about the waffles. It's about the people. It's about the environment. It's about the stories that come out of it, you know? The food is merely a memory of those things, I think. Food isn't that great, right? There's better food other places. But the environment, the reliability, the consistency, the energy it puts out makes me aspire to create something like that with this content, with my hosting, with the people I run into every day, cameras off. Like, interactions, the small talk we have, the conversations are just means to connect better with people. All of that serves as a bridge to just like be closer to another person's soul, right? Those waffles don't mean anything. It's about the people. It's about the time spent. It's about the conversations had. But boy, I do think they are pretty good. Like and subscribe. Let me know what I should talk about or go find next. Deuces.